Hello, I'm the Progressive Disciple, and I'm taking a journey through the Bible. I'm inviting you to join me. Today, we are covering 1 Kings chapters 5 through 8. In 1 Kings chapter 5, Solomon makes a deal with Hiram, king of Tyre, to get wood to build the temple. In 1 Kings chapter 5, verses 13 and 14, it says, King Solomon conscripted laborers from all Israel, 30,000 men. He sent them off to Lebanon in shifts of 10,000 a month, so that they spent 1 month in Lebanon and 2 months at home. Adoniram was in charge of the forced labor. This is an aspect of building the temple that I never really thought of before. The act of building a temple was akin to that of running a war. I've seen this before in the Soviet Union when they had to clean up Chernobyl. And I wonder, was this the reason why God did not want David to build the temple? David was a warrior king, and he had annexed a great deal of territory. Would the act of building a temple cause David to have to fight another war? Chapter 6 goes into detail about how the temple was built. In verse 11, God has a message to Solomon. In 1 Kings chapter 6, verses 11 through 13, it says, The word of the Lord came to Solomon. As for this temple you are building, if you follow my decrees, observe my laws, and keep my commandments, and obey them, I will fulfill the promise I gave to David your father, and I will live amongst the Israelites and will not abandon my people Israel. This spoke to me because it seems that God is more interested in us obeying the law and his commandments than by building him a lovely house of worship. I love architecture, and seeing a beautiful church melts my heart. I think of the little church at Cane Ridge, the part where Barton Stone began the disciples. I also think of the magnificence of the Assumption Greek Orthodox Church. Christ Church Cathedral and the new cathedral also leave me in awe. I just feel that a lovely place of worship just makes me feel like I'm in a holy place. But in the end, what is really important is how we behave. In chapter 7, Solomon builds his palace and puts the finishing touches on the temple. In 1 Kings chapter 7, verses 13 and 14, it says, King Solomon sent to Tyre and brought Hiram, whose mother was a widow from the tribe of Nephtali, and whose father was from Tyre, and a skilled craftsman in bronze. Hiram was filled with wisdom and understood and with knowledge to do all kinds of bronze work. He came to King Solomon and did all the work assigned to him. This spoke to me because it reminds me that there are times when I have to realize that I cannot do it all alone, and oftentimes I need to get help. It may have been a point of pride for Solomon to do all the work from Israel, but he recognized that he needed expert help that Israel did not have. In chapter 8, the Ark of the Covenant is brought to the temple, and Solomon dedicates it to the Lord. In 1 Kings chapter 8, verses 27 through 30, it says, But will God really dwell on the earth? The heavens, even the highest heavens, cannot contain you. How much less this temple I have built? Yet give attention to your servant's prayer and plea for mercy, Lord my God. Hear the cries and the prayers that your servant is praying in your presence this day. May your eyes be open toward this temple night and day, this place of which you have said, my name shall be there, so that you will hear the prayers of your servant pray toward this place. Hear the supplications of your servants and your people of Israel when they pray toward this place. Hear from heaven, your dwelling place, and when you hear, forgive. This spoke to me for two reasons. The glory of God cannot be contained by a single house of worship. I also feel encouraged that God is encouraging us to pray, and that if we are truly faithful, He will forgive us. So this concludes my take of 1 Kings, chapters 5 through 8. Please like and subscribe to this video. Also comment. What endeavor seems to you was run like a war? What church have you seen that struck you in awe? When did you feel the glory of God? And when did you ask God for forgiveness? I am the Progressive Disciple, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.